Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. For today's video I'm going to be trying out some new makeup products for the first time on camera, so I'm really looking forward to trying all of this stuff out. I've been collecting it for a little while so I could do this video, so I do have quite a bit of new products here to try out. So let's get straight into it. The first thing I'm going to try out is the Decay Optical Illusion Complexion Primer. So this has got quite a thick texture to it. Oh, it's very thick. It's like super silicone kind of texture. Wow. I may have applied a little bit too much of this. It does feel nice and silky. I usually do really like silicone based primers. This primer does feel super smoothing and I really feel like it's taken down a lot of the redness in my skin. If you don't really like primers like Benefit Professional or like the Smashbox Photo Finish primer, you probably won't like this because it is really thick. But it does feel really nice on the skin and it is starting to feel like quite matte now. For my foundation today, I'm going to be trying the It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Color Correcting Full Coverage Cream and Anti-Aging Hydrating Serum. Wow, that's a long name. So I have the little mini size in this and I have it in the shade Light. It's possibly not going to match me too well because I have fake tan on that is currently developing. It can be a little bit tricky to match when your tan is developing, but oh well, we will give it a go. So I'm starting out with about that much product and I am going to be using my sponge to apply it today. This actually smells really nice, which is random. It has got pretty good coverage, I would say, for a CC cream. I wouldn't say it's like as full coverage as like a foundation, but generally if you're going for something as a CC cream, you're not kind of looking for that same level of coverage. And the colour is definitely too dark because my tan hasn't developed enough yet. I'm sure over the course of the day my face will end up matching my neck fine. It blends into the skin really nice and it looks really natural, which I like. Okay, so I've used that full amount from the start and I've just put a little bit more on the back of my hand to kind of work with. Certainly not full coverage like it states. For some reason I thought this had SPF in it, but I can't find anywhere on the packaging that states that it does. So maybe I was wrong. I kind of was wearing this because it's a hot day today and I thought this had sunscreen. Okay, so I love the way that is looking on the skin. The actual finish of it is super natural and I just think it looks really pretty and nice. I think once my tan develops it's going to be such a perfect shade. Under the eyes I'm going to be using the Mecca Cosmetica Lightsaver Brightening Concealer and this is in the Corrector shade. I'm going to use that first and then I'll do concealer over the top. The packaging on this is really pretty. You can see I've never used it before. I've never really used correctors before, so I don't know how much to use. I feel like I have heaps under this eye. I don't think you would need as much product as you would of your concealer, just because you're just correcting and then you've got to put concealer over the top. So you don't want to build up too much product under the eye and then have it look really heavy and cakey or like completely crease into lines. I'm going to just put that much on and then just blend it out with the beauty blender because that will absorb some of my product as well. I probably should have done one eye at a time so I could see the difference in my dark circles, but I do think that's definitely brightened them up. This colour is really nice as well. Like it does go on super peach, but you can blend it out and then you wouldn't necessarily need to use a concealer over the top of that. I really like that aspect of it because I know like some correcting products are like super peachy, so then you need to use a concealer to correct the shade of the corrector. It's nice that this one you don't really have to do that. I really like that in the way that it's sitting under the eye. And then over the top of that I'm going to use the Mecca Max Life Proof Cream Concealer and this is in the shade Porcelain 0.5. I got this for when I had no tan on. I got quite a light one, but it'll be nice and bright under the eyes today. It's definitely a light concealer, so if you have really pale skin, this will be a good concealer shade for you. I like the applicator on it. Some doe foots I find can like irritate the under eye area, but that one's really nice. That's actually really pretty, really nice and brightening. Might just add a touch more, just a bit lower. I like. That is really nice and bright, so I'm just going to kind of balance out my face by adding some just down the center of my face, like so. Shit, this is a good look. For powder, I'm going to use the Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder, and I'm going to use that both under my eyes and on my face as well. This packaging is gorgeous, so I'm just going to pop that under the eyes first. on the eyelid as well. That's really nice, that powder. It's really smoothing on the under eye area. Got a lot of creasing happening on this side where I haven't set with powder. I do have a little bit of creasing on this side, but I have got lines under my eyes, and anything creases on me. This amount of creasage is not bad at all. So just tip some powder into my lid, and I'm going to apply that with a brush. This powder smells nice. It's really weird. It's not like heavily perfumed or anything. It just has like a really light, pleasant scent to it. I think this is super mattifying, but without making my skin look dry. It looks really nice actually. So happy with that one. Oh my god, I'm loving everything so far. So for my brows, I'm going to try the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Taupe. I think I'm liking everything because these are all like well reviewed, well liked products. They are all high end, so you kind of expect them to be good. In saying that, not everything works for everyone's skin type and things like that. Everything so far I really like. Normally I would go for heavier coverage foundation than this, but it's a really nice one for the weather that we're having at the moment, which is just super hot. And I wore like super full coverage yesterday. It was like 31 degrees and I felt really weird wearing so much makeup. I actually do like the feeling of this CC cream, so I probably will get lots of use out of it in summer. And that powder has completely set it down, so it doesn't feel tacky. I was expecting this to feel a lot like greasier and a lot thicker. I don't know why, I just felt like it would be quite an oily product, but it's really not. It's really, really nice. So the reason I bought this NYX pencil is because it's supposed to be similar to Browers from Anastasia Beverly Hills. The packaging is very similar with a small kind of a tip on it. It is really tricky to get nice affordable brow pencils. I find like brow products at the drugstore, there's not a lot of choice, and the ones they do have, I don't know, I just don't find they work that well. They're the ones I've tried personally anyway, but this is applying really nice. The color is really good, not super dark. It's a taupe shade, taupe or whatever you want to say, but without being super grey, so it still has like a tiniest bit of warmth in it, but not to the point where it looks red. It's like perfect for my hair, which is quite warm naturally, but I don't really like to emphasize that. And then my ends, which are a lot more ashy and cool toned, it kind of just works really well. The formula on this is really nice. It glides on really smoothly. Probably easier than the Browers, I would say. Really liking that brow pencil. Had a bit of trouble getting my shape right today, so excuse that, but I really like the actual pencil. It's no fault of the pencil. It's just my skills at drawing my brows on today, not so good. I bought this palette yesterday, the Naked Skin Shapeshifter palette, and I'm really excited to try this. I was actually intending to try out the cream contour side before I powdered, but I completely forgot. This palette is really cool because it has cream contours on this side, and then on this side it has your powder contours and highlights. Super cool. The packaging on this is really cool because you got your mirror in the middle, which separates your creams from your powders as well. So I'm going to use this shade here to contour today, which they call the medium contour shade. Just taking my F05 small contour brush. It is really pigmented, which is a good thing, but it is still nice and blendable. I only put like the tiniest amount on my brush, and it looks super ashy in the pan, but then when you apply it on the skin, it doesn't come up as being super ashy. It's almost got a little bit of warmth in it, but not too much warmth where it's orange. It's just quite a nice color actually. It is showing up super dark on camera. It does not look like that in real life. Going to apply that just around my hairline as well. It's definitely a lot bronzier than I thought. Like the color in here looks so grey, and then you put it on the skin and it's quite warm. So that's confusing, but I'm not mad about it. I don't like a really cool toned contour on myself. I just feel like it looks really unnatural, just like muddy. There is a fair amount of kickback from the powder. It is a little bit powdery, but it's not bad. The product itself applies really nicely. I don't think it affects the quality of the product, but just if you're someone that doesn't like that, it's good to note. Cool, so I really like that. I have so much new cheek stuff to try out, so I'm kind of going to be a bit all over the place because I also have the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I've never used this before. I bought this a while back and I've been really dying to try it, but I haven't had the chance to use it. So I'm just going to take my F10 powder blush brush from Sigma, and I'm going to take this middle shade here and I'm going to use that more as a bronzer rather than a contour. Okay, so this in the pan does the exact same thing as the Urban Decay one, so it's just got quite a bit of kickback when you put your brush in. And I'm just going to use this a little bit higher up as more of my bronzer. Oh, I really like that. I feel like I'm very bronzed now. That's alright. I'll just have to put some on my neck as well. That colour is so nice and it just blends out. Like it's really kind of creamy almost on the skin. It goes on beautifully considering I am quite fair. It doesn't go on patchy whatsoever. Nor did the Urban Decay one, but something about this formula is really nice. Okay, I really love that. I really like this colour. So I'm just going to bring that down the neck so that I don't look crazy, even though I probably will still look crazy. But yeah, definite kickback from the powders. So it is just a little bit messy when products do that. As long as they apply nicely onto the skin, I am not too worried. So for my blush today, I am going to be using the Nars Angel Pride Cheek Palette. Yet another palette, but this one's just such good value. You get 4 blushes, a bronzer, and a highlighter in here. And the bronzer is Laguna, which is like my all-time favorite bronzer, and the highlighter is Hot Sand, which is really beautiful as well. And then you get 4 blushes, so you kind of can't go wrong. I think for blush today, I'm going to go with this pinky shade here. And I'm going to be using my Sigma large angled contour brush to apply it. This shade is called Angel Pride 3. That's easy enough to remember. They're all like Angel Pride 1, Angel Pride 2, Angel Pride 3. So these are not existing blushes. They're all like limited edition for this palette. Oh, that colour is so pretty. It's really pigmented. I find these Nars cheek palettes to be super good quality. You know how some makeup brands, when they put things into a palette, the quality goes down. I find these Nars ones are incredible. I don't find that they lose the quality at all. So pigmented. I'm like so blushed right now. I think I'm gonna have to tone that down. So I'm just gonna take my powder brush and just buff that in a little bit. For my highlighter, I'm gonna be using the Too Faced Love Light Prismatic highlighter in the shade Blinded by the Light. This packaging is insane. It's just like super pretty. I've heard really good things about this highlighter, but I have never used it before. Just looks so stunning and I almost don't want to ruin the packaging of it, but I will. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit. Oh my goodness, it is so pretty. People say that this is like a really soft natural highlight, but it's really not. I think that's pretty damn glowy. I mean, I guess it's like more that kind of wet look highlight, like it's not really chunky or anything. It's just got that beautiful glow to it. Actually, in comparison to all of my highlighters, I would say it's most similar to my Mecca Cosmetica one, which is just slightly more champagne-y, kind of like beigey than this. I really like that. Some on the nose. Not that I really need to apply any more highlighter right now, but I've heard that the one in this palette is really good as well, so I might just add like a tiny bit on the tops of my cheekbones just to see what this is like. The tone is super similar to the Too Faced one actually, but yeah, normally I would not wear this much highlighter at once. I do think the Too Faced one is more natural compared to the Urban Decay one. The Urban Decay one is definitely a bit more intense. But I do like both, and I know I'll wear both. Oh my god, I'm liking everything! How is there nothing that I don't like? For my eyeshadow today, I'm going to be using the Smashbox Cover Shop palette, and this is in the shade Ablaze. So the colours are all so pretty and warm toned, which is my favourite. I wanted to get one of these palettes, and this one here stood out to me totally. I'm not going to use a eyeshadow primer just because I don't have a new one to try. My concealer can be my primer today. So I'm just going in with this lighter shade and my large fluff brush from Sigma and just applying that all over the lid. And wow, first impression on this eyeshadow in particular, love it. I can't believe how much it actually like like conceals my eyelid and stuff. It's, yeah, really pigmented for a matte eyeshadow, and the color, it's like an exact match to my skin tone. That's exactly what I want in a all over lid shade. So the first shade I'm going to go in with is this kind of burnt orange shade. Normally I wouldn't go in with such a dark shade straight away, but there is no matte shades that are sort of a little bit lighter than this. Oh my god, this color is giving me life right now. It's actually a lot more red than I thought. I thought it was going to be a lot oranger, but it has a lot of red in it, which is really pretty. And now that I'm applying it onto the lid, it blends out super nicely, so I didn't need to be worried that I didn't have another color to kind of build up my transition. This is stunning. I'm glad I bought this palette. I was really unsure on it because the packaging and stuff like isn't amazing, but like this size palette too for me is just like ideal. This will be so handy for travel. I can't believe how well that blends. Such a good shade. I'm absolutely loving this color. I'm going to add some of this berry tone shade and just using a smaller brush. So this is the Sigma E25 blending brush. I love that as well. This is seriously like the prettiest palette ever. Why are more people not talking about this? Sorry if my angle has changed slightly, my memory card was just full, but I've just taken my Nars brush and I've just applied that burgundy shade underneath the eye. I also used this gold all over the lid. I love all of the shades in this palette. Only thing it doesn't really have is an inner corner highlight, but that doesn't really worry me because I would normally have my face highlight with me if I was traveling anyway, so I'm going to use this shade here out of the Decay Naked Shapeshifter palette just on the inner corner of my eye. So pretty. Stunning. I'm just going to leave it there with my eyes because I don't really want to do liner today. I do have new ones to try out, but kind of can't be bothered. And for mascara, I'm going to try the MAC Extended Play Lash. Never used this before, but I got this one because I have trouble with my mascara transferring, and this is a tubing mascara. So I thought I would give this a try and see what it's like. Ooh. Okay, I've already managed to get that on my eyelid. Oh, so annoying. But I like the brush on this. It's like skinny, but not too skinny where it doesn't put any product on your lashes. And it's small enough to kind of get to the base of the lash. It is so difficult to not get mascara on the top of your eyelid if you have curly lashes like I do. So yeah, that's annoying. I do find I get that issue quite a bit with mascara. Bottom lashes go on pretty well. Cannot stop getting it everywhere. I mean, I think that looks fairly good except for the obvious mascara on my eyelid, but like pretty good before and after comparison on mascara. Aside from the fact that I have mascara absolutely everywhere, I really like the way that made my lashes look. I'm just going to go in with a cotton tip and hopefully I can just flick it off. That looks a lot better. I am absolutely loving my makeup right now, so I'm going to do my lips. I'm going to use the MAC Prep and Prime lip. It's just a lip primer. I've never really used a lip primer before, so it's just clear. It feels nice, like a lip balm. It smells good. It smells kind of like the other lip products, but this, like, I don't know how long you're supposed to leave it on for. Like, there's not really any instruction on how to use it, so I don't know if I'm just supposed to like put it on and then put my lip product straight on the top, or if I blot it off. My lips look really funky right now, like a mix of foundation and lip primer. I'm just kind of patting it into my lips. I probably should have done like a lip scrub or something because my lips are looking kind of manky, but oh. So now I've kind of got the excess of that rubbed in. I'm going to use the Edge to Edge lip pencil from MAC. Now, I've used their lip pencils before, but I've never used this shade. Bought this yesterday. Funnily enough, I really like the way this is applying over that primer. I feel like if you're someone that just likes to wear lip liner, that primer will be so nice underneath just to hydrate the lips. And it like provides like you some nice slip with your lip pencil as well. And then for my lipstick today, I'm going to use the Winky Luxe Creamy Dreamies lipstick in the shade Creme. This lipstick packaging is so cute. It's so adorable. So it's like a pinky shade. I want to wear like a bright pink with this eye, but this is the only new kind of lipstick that I had, except for like a purple Too Faced one. So I thought I would use this because it's a neutral kind of pink shade. The packaging on these is just so sweet and so cute. They just look like a little pill. I'm going to try this. I've never tried the formula of these or any of the shades. Oh, it's super creamy. You can totally see why it's called Creamy Dreamies. It's really nice, the formula of this. It's really comfortable to wear. The colour is stunning and surprisingly does not look hideous with this eye. I'd probably wear a nude with this eye to be honest, but I don't think it looks hideous or anything. I feel like the berry tone that we used in the crease kind of ties it all together. I'm so happy with all of this stuff. I think everything that I use looks really good and I will definitely get lots of use out of it. My final thoughts on each of the products. There is literally no point in me going through each of the products individually because I legit love everything. I am loving the way my skin looks right now. My eye makeup is so nice. Love the lip, the highlighter is so pretty. The bronzer went on beautifully. The brow, like everything. I am so excited to be able to start using these products regularly. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a like if you did enjoy it, and if you are new, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.